When most people hear the word Tennessee, they may think of Memphis, nightlife, or country music. But there's one word they seldom use to describe this state, but it's the one I like to use the most, because Tennessee is also tranquil. A little hilly. Oh, I love it. Right by the water. I saw a fish jump right there. Oh, this is fantastic. Look at the trees. Oh yeah, I can kayak right from my campsite. I'm gonna love it here for sure. Now, after a long drive, there is one thing I had to attend to. When I looked at the camera, I noticed my angle was a little deceiving. I had simply run out of water and needed a refill. I'm in the Jacobs Creek Recreation Area, part of the Cherokee National Forest. There are garbage bins here, and no bears are allowed. They must have very smart bears if they can actually read. Perhaps they can hire those bears to spell check, or just to keep the animals out. Now, just down the road from the campsite on, I think it's 421, there's a little gas station and a sub shop that was highly recommended. So I gotta try it out. Zero sub. So it's starting at 0. The number can only go up. Oven baked bread. Ooh, looks good. That is good. Some broccoli, olives. You know, most some places they just give you lettuce and cheese and tomatoes and that's it. Got some zucchini in there. A real veggie sub. Zero sub at Carl's. Thumbs up. That evening, I took a little walk along the shore. There was a crescent moon in the sky, and a couple of fishermen taking one last try as the sun dipped below the water. And the moon followed Venus to the resting spot for the night. Now I've been driving over a week and traveled, I don't know, at least 1,000 miles. And this kayak has never been off the roof of my Jeep. So today is the day it's coming off. Although there are motorboats on this lake, there are quiet little inlets where you can still hear the birds. It's times like this that I really am glad I brought a kayak. It adds a whole new dimension to travel. And the last time I was down here, I really regretted not bringing one. I was worried about fuel consumption. But it turns out, when I'm already hauling a trailer, that adding a kayak didn't add much at all. I mean, when I was coming through Pennsylvania and I had a little bit of a headwind, I was getting about 11.5 miles per gallon, which is really bad. But a little while later, I was getting like 14.5 miles per gallon. That's towing and with the kayak on the roof. I think I would have got the same if it was just the trailer. So I'm glad I brought it. I can't use it all the time, but these little moments when I can, here comes a low pine tree. Whoa. Now, one thing I find amazing is even though it's spring and all the leaves are out and it's actually quite warm, there's no bugs, there's no mosquitoes, there's no black flies. So if you come at the right time, you're not going to get eaten alive. Oh, I wanted to show the rocks here. Look at the patterns. I think it's slate. Certainly thin enough for slate. Well, that was fun. It's time to call it a day. Well, it's time for my honest opinion of this place to camp. I'm at Jacobs Creek Recreational Area Campsite. It's in the Cherokee Forest. It's about 30 minutes from Bristol, Tennessee, or Bristol, Virginia, whichever you choose. 45 minutes from the I-81, right by a lake. That's Halston Lake right there. And when I say by the lake, my campsite is right beside the lake. I can just walk right over there, take my kayak, and off I go into the water. The sites are all very well spaced. They're very clean. You get a picnic table, you get a little fire pit, and lots of room for a car. There are flush toilets. There is hot showers. There is clean drinking water, and there are 2 hosts. But I think one of the best things about this is, well, there's two things. One is the price. I paid $12 a night. No other fees, no online booking fees. You show up, you find a place, you pay in an envelope, you put it in a slot, and you're good to go. It's really going to be hard to beat this campsite for the value. I mean, look at the trees, mature trees all around. Lots of birds, lots of wildlife. The Appalachian Trail is only about half hour that way. And you're so close to Bristol. You've got the Bristol Caves. You've got the music scene, the nightlife in Bristol. Yeah, I mean, 2 thumbs up, really. I'm not going to beat this, and I don't want to. This is almost the perfect campsite. So if you're in the area, check it out. And if you're wondering what Jacob's Creek looks like, well, here it is. The water is crystal clear, and its voice is soothing. I enjoyed this very peaceful and relaxing campsite, but it was time to move on. However, I'll leave you with a more eco-friendly and tranquil way to travel. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please check out my others as well.